Well, that didn't work all that well. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Spring Creek Model Trains Open House and Train Show here in beautiful downtown Deshler, Nebraska. And joining me as we're wrapping up day one, Dave and Deb Zucker. Glad to have both of you here.
Well, thank you.
Yes. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here.
Well, glad to have and I say I'm welcoming you, but you're really welcoming me because I'm in the back of your shipping room here at Spring Creek Model Trains, but welcoming you to the show. And it's just so awesome. You know, my first time out here in Deshler, Nebraska to see you folks and see the show, see the shop. And, you know, I've seen you at many train shows throughout the years. And, you know, I walked in and I guess, you know, the expected thing was wow, but I couldn't even get that out of my mouth. You have such a beautiful place here. And I would just had that overload where I just didn't know where to look first. And I've been up and down the aisles I've worn the carpet out a little bit going up and down the aisles, and
we'll send you a bill.
That's right. Yeah. Just add it to the, like we said, well, I got the basement tour. I owe a dime for that.
Yep.
And then I got the big stack of stuff out in front as well. So we're just racking it up, but we're having a blast here as you guys celebrate 25 years of Spring Creek Model Trains. Is that sunk in that number? I mean, you think about what that, you know, that time period is like. What's that like in your mind?
It's just amazing how fast it went. That's the thing that gets me is just, it seems like yesterday we started. So,
we
just a whole lot of hard work and a passion. I have a passion for model trains that just feeds me and keeps me going. You know, without it, I wouldn't recommend this to anybody.
Well, you know, and that's the thing. It's not just the shop. I mean, the shop is just a part of this. It's been the I don't know. It's got to be well into the is 100,000 miles yet? I mean, it's been a lot of miles that you folks have traveled.
I would say the 100 is getting pretty close.
More than that. We were involved in an accident last year in Las Vegas, headed to the national convention. So that was the middle of July or August last year. And the new pickup already has 38,000 miles on it.
Wow.
So, yeah, we put a lot of miles on.
Yeah, you sure do. And, you know, just seeing all these shows and bringing what we're experiencing here in a little bit smaller format, but still the same, the people, the bright mentality, the attitude. You know, Deb, talk about that a little bit. That experience of feeling like family when you walk in the door. That's what's blown me away because I struggle so hard to remember people's names. Not you folks. I mean, you were calling people on first name basis with so many folks coming through the door.
Yeah, we got over the years we've developed strong friendships, and even the people I don't know your name, I know who you are.
Yeah.
I know where you're supposed to be in the scheme of train shows because somebody will walk in and I'm like, you're not supposed to be here. You don't belong here.
Yeah, you're in Texas somewhere.
Yeah. But that was a key part of our train show mentality, or what do you call it? Your business plan or whatever, was to be friendly, step up, stand up,
dress
dress
nice,
really well.
clean.
We were just careful.
and don't fall asleep in your chair behind the booth.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, nothing real complicated or anything like that, and just treat people the way we would like to be treated.
Yeah.
So,
And I'm going to lose my microphone.
We're going to make sure your headset stays on so you can hear. Is that any better for you?
Well, I guess I'll just leave it alone.
There you go. As long as you can hear us, you look great and you're smiling and we're happy. We're having a great time here, and that's all that counts.
Yeah.
But you bring that right attitude forward, and it's so important as model railroaders. and especially new folks in the hobby.
Uh-huh.
You set
Yep.
the tone with people that are looking to enter the hobby and be able to provide that support. And that must be amazing. Like the people that you can probably imagine 25 years ago, and then seeing them now as model railroaders, how you help get them started.
Exactly. And there's guys who started buying their caseload of track and cork, and they were literally just building the bench work. And then it has
We're having fun with that. Let's turn it around, because I think the left goes on the other side. Maybe that's the problem we're having.
Okay.
Let's try that and see if that helps hold it on your head a little better. Oh, the right side is.
Oh, that fits much better.
And how about that? Is that even
much
better?
better.
All right, now
Wow,
we've
this
solved
is
the
harder
technical
than I
issue.
Oh, you were having a great time over all of that, I'm sure.
There you go.
But so now those same people, like you just said, they went from the track stages and purchasing to the rolling stock and the engines. And now they're kind of, well, gosh, he doesn't buy so much anymore. Well, that's because he's done. He's already bought all of that. He's spent his fortune already. So
it's kind of a graduated customer, right? Yeah.
And so we run into that more and more as we have aged out a lot of the modelers.
Now, I want to ask this, 25 years. Let's go back 25 years ago in the start of this dream of Spring Creek model trains. You're in a town of 747 people.
Yeah.
It's smaller by population than even the town I grew up in. And I thought I lived in rural America. And you've got, but you talk about this dream of owning a model railroad shop. Talk about how that begins for you, Dave.
Well, before we owned Spring Creek model trains or started Spring Creek, I was going to my favorite hobby store on a regular basis, and it just everything was fun. Nothing of it looked like work. And well, now I'm smarter than I was. There is a lot of work behind the counter that you don't realize, but it's just, we all have something in common, and that is model trains. And so it's easy to start a conversation and make a friend and, help a friend, just, whatever. Trains have been a passion of mine since I was 5. So, I just haven't ever given up.
And for a shy guy, he can chat with the best of them over model trains. That's what he knows.
Yeah. Don't ask me to get up and do a speech. You won't find me.
There you go.
But model trains I can do.
But when you find your people, and that's kind of, imagine what you've done as you traveled, is you start to find your people, the people that you have a lot of common thread with, and now you're able to not only be common thread, you're able to help serve them and keep them going in the hobby. That's got to be really special.
Yes. Yeah. My main theme is to remind everybody it's all about having fun.
Yeah.
Not to be intimidated. We all start somewhere. It doesn't matter where we start in the hobby. It's, just grow, just learn, grow, and try things you've never tried before.
Yeah. And there's all sorts of ways to make your layout. You can have a little bitty bench layout that's just up and back. You can do a shelf layout.
Or a mansion.
Yeah. And everything
basement.
in between. 1,000 points entry into this hobby. Or you can be like this guy who's on the other side of the camera that just collects stuff. And there's a lot of different ways. Tony's sitting behind us here and joining us in the room. And so Deb, I want to go back, again to the beginning. And this man you love comes to you and says, I got a passion. This is something I really want to do. And not only are you supporting it, and you could just simply support, but you're right involved. You're right in the middle of it, and becoming a big part of this. Talk about your involvement as he starts to follow this dream and kind of becomes the family dream.
Yeah, he started, and he was making lead weights for some Intermountain cars. And so we went to our first train show, and that's what we sold was LBF hopper cars, coal cars, and the weights then for the different ones. And then we had a friend. I'll still call him a friend. Anyway, he walks up behind Dave, puts his hands on his shoulders, and says, "If you like this, I can show you how it's done." And one thing led to another, and he set us up with a dealership, and pretty soon we're got engines in the spare bedroom, and then we've got a pile of cars, and it's just crazy.
Yeah.
It really grew.
I used to come home from my construction business, and Debbie's parents would be there, and she would warm up some food. I get home kind of late, but we would price things from about 7 in the evening till 10.
Yeah.
Take a quick shower, go to bed, get up at 6 in the morning, go right back at it. This just fed me. You couldn't wear me out. I just was so into it, so juiced up. Debbie had a full-time job. I had a full-time business. We were putting in 40 hours, 50 hours by Friday morning, and packing up and then heading off to the next train show. We'd work, all day Sunday, pack up and drive home and start all over the next Monday, just
Wow.
just loved it.
Yeah.
It was a passion.
I really didn't want an inventory-based business. That's a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
Like, okay, a few. This shelf right here, we can have those. Well, then pretty soon we got a second shelf full and a third shelf full, and then that room is full. And so I started making shelves in the basement. That made a whole bunch more.
Yeah.
So when did it kicked out of the house into this amazing building that we're in now?
Well, we had a couple steps along the way. Help remind me, was your brother's place the first?
Well,
it works.
Yeah. I mean, we had our storage units, but then, Craig's place, the basement of the Napa store.
Yeah. Debbie's brother owned the Napa store in Hebron, Nebraska. And so it was an old J.C. Penney catalog building. So it was a nice structure, but the basement, we remodeled part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so then the Napa guys would watch our store while we were doing our full-time jobs and then off on the weekends. So the story about guys getting locked in the basement was not really us, although we kind of set it up. But it was the Napa guys that went home without checking to see if anybody was in the basement. So,
Yeah.
But, that's not a bad place to get locked in. I mean, I jokingly said I was just going to stay here overnight. And, of course, I would have got no sleep. But as I'd be walking through the aisles, like I said, I keep going back through and I keep finding things. That's the amazing part. It's like, how did I miss this the last time I walked through this aisle 10 minutes ago? But it is absolutely amazing. So you've grown, you went from a basement, and then where did you go from there, from the Napa store?
Well, Debbie's brother Craig had an opportunity to sell the Napa store, and we were only given 10 days to get out of the building.
Wow.
So we spent a couple days looking at other structures in Hebron, Nebraska, and then here in Deshler. And either the buildings were way too big or really small, and everything needed maintenance and updating. So we ended up in storage for a year and a half. And now none of the manufacturers were happy with it, but
but Dave's sister owns a parts store also here in town.
Store. Yeah.
And so she gave us 10 foot of wall space. And that's how we were able to keep our dealerships alive.
Yeah.
While we looked for a structure. And then this one came open.
Yeah. This came up for sale, and we looked at it probably the first day or second day it was up for sale. And I felt like the customer or the people selling it wanted way too much money. And so as we walked out the door, I told Debbie the most I'd ever pay for this place, was this. And, just kind of walked away from it. This isn't going to happen. And so then I started, the real estate agent would keep bothering me on the main street of Deshler. And, there's only so many ways you can politely say no to somebody. And I was running out of those ideas. So I accidentally, or I shouldn't have told him, but I told him what I had told my wife, this is all I'll ever pay for that building.
Yep.
And he called me 2 days later and says, they'll take it. So here we
Oops.
go,
Yeah.
So we're moving everything out of storage, out of our house, into the building. And then it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, we have
What-
this little bitty pile of boxes in this great big room.
It's like, we're never going to need this space. Well, okay.
We were going to fill it with a layout here and a little bit of more layout over there. And yeah, we don't have room for a layout anymore.
I had blue tape marking out where I was going to build a layout on the carpet.
That blue tape is long gone. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's gone.
Yeah. But in place of that is just an incredible store that really is a destination model railroad shop. It's a place to come travel. I mean, look at the people that have filled this town this weekend.
There's
You've got campers down in the local park and people hanging out and filling the local hotels, which is a little bit of travel outside of town, but they're coming to Nebraska to come to see see you folks. And but you went and saw them first, and I think that's really kind of like it's almost like you knew who you were going to come see by doing that.
We had developed quite a network by this time.
It's obvious that the internet sales are the future and help sustain what we're doing here, but the fact that we've met so many people has really made a difference, and then we both know each other, and
adding the boys and their families into the mix of the store staff has been a godsend, because with Dave and I, there was no way we were going on the internet. Wasn't going to happen.
Right.
I didn't know how, didn't have the energy, all of that. And Jeff kind of said, well, I can help. So he's part-time and coming down a little here and a little there. And then he says after a while, I want to be part of it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm probably most proud of is both of the boys asked us to come home. And, Jeff, I knew always had interest in it. Like Debbie's saying, he came around and helped all the time. And so he was first to move home to help us. And then Michael, he was kind of a surprise, that he was never really active, but then he wasn't living right close to us too. So anyway.
But Jeff has a background in IT.
Yeah.
So that's just critical. It's what a perfect addition to what we're doing.
Yeah.
And then when Mike decided he was interested in coming, his is management skills and it
and
just
a budget
all fits together. Yes.
Mike and his wife Nicole know how to run a budget.
Yeah.
So that really was a
key
that's
factor.
the beauty, right? Is that they went out into the world, they got all these skills, and then were able to come back home. It wasn't just like they, all they knew was mom and dad's business. They were able to go out, obtain all those skills, bring it back, bring that. And then now you've got an amazing team,
Yes.
And I love that it's legacy. Now you're passing it on, and then and then the younger Zuckers are involved, and they're going around the shop and getting involved and being a part of it.
The Jeff and Christy's oldest daughter, Carly, she's a key component this weekend with making the sales, and she does a lot of the background work that Jeff needs done so that he can put it on the internet. So she's busy.
Yeah.
It's amazing the skill that she has with a computer.
And one thing about Carly is you don't have to worry about whether the information is correct or not. I'll guarantee it's correct.
She's very good.
You put junk in, you get junk out.
Yeah.
She is very thorough, very conscious of.
Yeah. Then Mike's kids, his oldest girl, Alyssa, has always loved doing train shows with me when we would do these little ones.
Right.
Just Alyssa and I would just go with a pickup load and have a great time doing it. And so she took on that side. And now the younger boys, John is,
Showing more interest.
yeah, very, and his skill, it's just amazing to watch him bloom and be part of it.
So from making weights to a little bit of stuff in the house to now a family legacy. I mean, that's 25 years. That's you talk about it went by like that, but you think when you start to break down that 25 years, it must feel amazing that you have accomplished so much and that you've been to so many amazing places, met so many amazing folks, and now you've got the entire family bringing this in. There's no doubt there's going to be a 50th anniversary someday here in Deshler, Nebraska, celebrating this as you guys continue. And a dream that you folks had together is now turned into that. That you must feel amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so proud of the way it's, I guess, turned out. So excited to have the boys home interested in it. Yep.
Absolutely.
I always give Debbie credit for raising the boys, but I'm the one that hooked them on trains.
So that was your
knows.
contribution to this.
Yes, that was it.
I hooked them on trains, and she just raised them
right there.
She did. Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. But the one thing that's been amazing is the amount of folks who have again poured into Deshler to congratulate you and be a part of the celebration and in the open house and train show. And we've got amazing layouts. We've got vendors and manufacturers. But unfortunately, with the way things are and just the way life is, not everybody can always make it out to Deshler, Nebraska and be able to see you. But I do have, there's some folks that did want to congratulate you. So we're going to take a look at some folks that have wanted to wish their best. So let's see if we can make this technical stuff work here. So here we go. And I'm not getting audio. Are you not hearing audio?
No, just your voice.
That should not play a factor.
Hey guys, this is Jordan from Rapido. I'm in Jason's basement. He's actually away right now, but I've broken in to wish you guys a happy 25th anniversary.
Wow.
Congratulations from the entire Rapido team. Unfortunately, we couldn't be at the show this weekend, but this is an amazing anniversary for you guys. We can't wait to see you again very soon. Congratulations again.
Thanks so
Hello,
much.
hey, Eric Smith here from Micro Trains, and to Dave, Mike, and everyone at Spring Creek Model Trains, we want to congratulate you on 25 years of successful business, and we appreciate the business that we do together, and here's wishing you all the best for the next 25 years and beyond.
From all of us here at Athern, we want to wish Spring Creek a happy 25th anniversary and a happy 25 more years to go. Thank you for serving the model railroad community. High greens, everyone.
Hey everybody, this is John Sacerdoti from the Amherst Railway Society, here to wish Deb and Dave a super happy 25th anniversary. Congrats, guys. I look forward to the next 25, and I really look forward to seeing you in January. It'll be here before you know it. So once again, happy anniversary. Have a great time out there, and we'll see you before you know it. Thanks very much.
Hi, this is Mike, CEO of Class1ModelWorks.com. We want to congratulate Spring Creek Model Trains for their 25th anniversary. We really appreciate everything that Deb and Dave and the whole Zucker family has done to promote the hobby, and we really wish that they have many more years to go.
Hi, Matt Stern from Bachman Trains here. On behalf of all of us here at Bachman, we wish you at Spring Creek a fantastic 25th anniversary. We're sorry we can't be there in person to participate, but we're happy to show our support. And if you're looking for somewhere to buy model trains, Spring Creek is a great place to find products such as our short body bay window caboose, our Siemens Charger locomotives in HO and N scale, and for our younger modelers, our Thomas and Friends line as well.
Oh yeah.
Have a great one.
Nice.
So yeah, amazing
cool.
all the folks that reached out, and we had a couple others that wanted to do videos. Unfortunately, we weren't able to. And one was Walthers, who also extended their congratulations to you,
sweet.
right from Stacy herself. Extended that down to congratulate you. 25 amazing years of Spring Creek Model Trains. So happy that you involved Around the Layout podcast and our opportunity to come here, stop in, and not even say anything. don't say anything. Just be in shock and awe. Yeah.
Well,
But
we are so thrilled that you were able to come and do this with us.
Now, this has been an absolute blast, a memory of a lifetime. Here's to another 25 years and beyond with you and the entire family. So again, thank you so much. Before we go, we got to, because this is what the Zuckers do. We say hello to folks that come in. So let's just say hello real quick. We got John Garvin joining us, saying hello, and Scale Train Boy also stopping by and saying hello as well. Brad Wilson says, great place, great stuff, and I will see you tomorrow. So looking forward to seeing them. And then everybody else in Scale Train Boy, absolutely. The community is really the best. So awesome stuff. Deb, Dave, thank you so much for coming on and talking a little bit about giving us a background of 25 amazing years.
I'm so happy to do this. This has been pretty phenomenal.
This wasn't as hard as I thought.
No, it was pretty easy.
I was able to hold my hands still.
You did pretty good. And once we got the headset on, Deb, we were on our way. That's for sure. That's for sure. Everybody, thank you so much. Join us tomorrow. We'll be doing some more live stream, bringing some of the other vendors, manufacturers that have made this event so awesome. They'll be stopping in to give us some news. So tune in for that. Until next time, everybody have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yep. Bye-bye.